Hello? Hello, hello? I think we've got everything ready. I just gotta move something real quick. Goldie, thank you for the bits! Just a second. God, I was gonna move something off my desk before we started, and then it was still sitting there. It's fine. I think we're good. I think we're good. Hi, hello? Hello, 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 hello. I think we're here. I think we're doing the thing. Didn't time that right. All good, Goldie. Thank you for the bits. Hi, Junk. Hello, hello. Hi, Sierra. See, hi, Bo. Hello. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. I don't know. We're here. I haven't talked out loud much. Hi, Looney. It's good to see you. I've not talked out loud today too much because I didn't have words. I didn't have work today, and I'm realizing I have not talked out loud in multiple hours at this point. So let me get used to wordsing, because apparently I can't words yet. Because I talked to Talarian earlier, but Talarian left for work 3.5 hours ago. So I haven't really been wordsing out loud. So I'm like, hi, hello, we are here, we're live, we're gonna do the thing, and in case anyone wants to check, if anyone's interested in things, I did change up some channel point stuff, and I did add a couple of things to it, so if you want to look at that, I did change some things in there. Hi, Jessica, it's good to see you, I hope you're doing well. Words are difficult, okay? Words are difficult. Goldie found one of them. Goldie found one of the things. Brain funk's... Oh, that sucks, Bo. Brain funk is a whole thing. Today, for some reason, I've actually been semi-productive, and I don't know where that came from. I was like, okay, cool, because I had stuff to get done, so I guess that helps. So, Goldie has started a game giveaway. So let me just actually get that set up. My thought is I haven't decided. We can maybe go back and forth about this, or it can also just be the person's choice. I guess maybe. My thought is I'll just set a 5-minute timer on it, but I also thought it could be something that's just open for the stream and then we give it away at the end. But anywho, it is a game giveaway for the winner's choice off of my long list of humble keys that I have. So I think I'll just try it. We'll just try it with a timer. Let me get... I'm looking. Where's the thing? There's the thing. I don't know what in the world we were giving away last time, but the last time we did a giveaway, the command was Marlin, and I don't know what that was for, but apparently it was Marlin. All right. It is gonna cost an ice cube, or to it's gonna cost most of everyone who's here has ice cubes. So I'm gonna leave the tickets the same, I think. I didn't think about that. Hold on. Crazy. Stickers? Was that stickers? Okay. I was like, I don't remember why it was Marlin, but apparently it was Marlin. I think we're just gonna have it cost ice cubes. So then it's the reason I do it that way is just so it's not hey, person who's been here for 0.2 seconds comes in and wins the thing, which is not awful, but I would rather things go to people who hang out here. So tickets are gonna cost 10 ice cubes a piece. You can buy up to 100 tickets. Okay. Y'all, I just got jump scared because my dad just knocked on the window. He has clearly been told that I left the door unlocked for him. So I'm gonna let him figure it out himself. I'm gonna let you figure it out yourself. The door's unlocked. He can get in. I might have to get up and tell him that, because that was the specific reason I left it unlocked. All right, let me open this. You got 5 minutes. Oh, wait, hold on. It didn't reset. Hold on. There it goes. Okay. It is now open. Exclamation point key space however many tickets you would like to do. You enter that. I'm going to go open the door for my dad because he probably didn't figure out that it's unlocked. All right, I'm back. Apparently, he didn't hear my mother when he was told the door is unlocked, so you can open the front door and leave the keys that you're dropping off on like the shelf there. Apparently, that message either didn't get passed on or did not compute or something. I was like, I did that so that I didn't have to get up because I was just starting stream. But anywho, we're here. It's fine if you want to enter that giveaway. Feel free to do that. It is your choice off a very long list of humble keys. Something productive that I did yesterday is I actually updated the list. I actually just remade the list of humble keys because the one we had before was not any kind of organization in it. It was just a bunch of like, in terms of like, you know, these ones are from like this humble choice thing, or is, you know, like for me to be able to find the keys easier. And yes, getting over it is on the list. It is. But there's a lot of things on there. So I remade the list so it's updated because I also didn't know when the last time I had updated the old list was. So I know we had a problem that there was a couple games that were still on the list, but I had already given the key away for. So I just remade the list so it is currently all up to date. So if you want to join in on that and haven't, it is exclamation point key space and the number of tickets you would like. Each ticket is 10 ice cubes and you can buy up to 100 tickets. That is totally up to you. But yeah, I have had these humble keys mostly with the reasons for like doing giveaways for games just because it's fun to do that. And I keep forgetting to do that. So guess what? I finally remembered to do the thing. So yeah, that is on there. The other new one that is on there as well. You'll notice that if you look close, I did change the prices on a couple of things on the channel point things. And I also made it so if you want to just be able to claim a key off the list, it is a lot of channel points, but that is an option on there as well. Versus doing it from the giveaway kind of thing. But yeah, we're gonna hang tonight. I'm gonna try to remember that. Okay, the weirdest thing with this booster shot, apparently this is like a Pfizer shot thing, but my armpit hurts. Like, it made things like sore, like my arm and this whole like, and it's still sore today. So I keep moving my arm and going, why does it hurt? And I go, oh, right. I'm like, it's so, like, apparently it's a Pfizer thing. And I'm like, what? Yeah, like, it makes, like, your armpit hurt. And it is the most bizarre feeling that I didn't know that was a thing. That, Moderna doesn't, like, my first 2 shots were Moderna. Moderna did not do that. It just made, Moderna made my arm hurt a lot. And that lasted for like 2 or 3 days. This time, like, the arm's been sore, but it's like my armpit's been like, it's like, why? You had Pfizer and you didn't do that, just your shoulder? Okay. Like, it's apparently, we looked it up. We're like, why is it doing that? And apparently it's like a semi-common thing. I was like, okay, sure. For both second shot and booster. Yeah, I was just like, I know, I saw that, Goldie. There's a lot of games on there that I don't necessarily remember what they are. And some of them are ones that, like, I bought a bundle of games for, like, one specific game, and then I don't remember what the other ones were. So on free booster, I wish I, like, honestly, like, this Pfizer one, like, sucks more. Like, as someone who's had Moderna and Pfizer, I really wish that I had just waited to have a Moderna shot. Because this is really annoying. Like, I'm glad I didn't have work today, because, like, it still hurts to move my arm. Like, it's not like, it doesn't hurt bad enough that I'm not gonna, like, move my arm. Like, it doesn't hurt. It's more of a, like, an annoyance at this point. But it's like, really? Really? Why does it have to do that? So I'm hoping, like, today it's definitely, you know, a decent chunk better than it was yesterday. So I'm hoping when I wake up to go to work tomorrow, it will be fine. Besides low energy, but you're like that most of the time, so okay. Should be gone tomorrow, okay. Yeah, I was like, in theory, it should be gone tomorrow. Hopefully. But I'm just glad that I ended up doing it on a 3-day weekend. Because, like, I could, like, if it was that I had to go to work today, I would have been fine to do it, but it just would have been really annoying to have to, like, dance with, like, you know, which I guess some of the lessons aren't as much, but, like, one of my lessons this week is me, like, hitting a drum, and that's not going to feel super great if my armpit hurts. Because that is such a weird feeling, because, like, out of all the things to hurt, like, why would your armpit hurt? Only hurts when you stretch. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, I'm hoping it goes away, because, like, that's a really weird thing. But yeah, in case you missed it, the giveaway is still open. If you have not joined it, !key space however many tickets you want, up to 100. So it looks like, did the timer not start? The timer didn't start. It's probably been about 5 minutes. So last call, if anybody wants it in this giveaway for your choice off my humble key list of games, !key space up to 100. Each ticket costs 10 ice cubes, and you can buy 100 tickets. But I'm gonna close that giveaway here in a second, and we'll pull a winner. Yeah. Also, Bella came to say hi. Yeah. Yeah, he was pretty cute. Yeah. They've been just pretty much chilling on the cat tree today. It's been a very lazy, just take a nap day for them. Yeah. Has it just been a nap day? Did you need a hug? Yeah, is it time for hugs? Okay. No, you just want to go back over here? Okay. All right, I'm going to draw the winner. Anybody got a drum roll? I got a drum. Hold on. Ready? I got a drum. I got a drum. All right. The winner is... Who did I pick? It didn't tell me. Sparkles! GG, Sparkles! Rigged? How is it rigged? The bot picked, not me. Bot picked, not me. If you didn't win today, I think I set it for just like one per stream, but next stream, someone else can trigger the giveaway and we can go again. But Sparkles, let me know. Did I show you the list yesterday? I think I did. You might already have the link. Because I think I sent it to you when I was like, look at this thing. Look at how many games ended up being on here. I'm gonna send it to you again just in case. But Sparkles. Yeah, I think it's in here. Yeah. Sparkles, let me know which game you would like, and I will grab the key for that. Move the group with it. Okay, I was like, I sent it again just in case. Makes it easier to find. But yeah, let me know. Also, feel free to take your time because I know it is a very long list. Y'all, this list of keys is like, I think it's like 12 pages long of keys. So there's a lot. I've unintentionally been hoarding Humble Bundle keys. It's fine. I've unintentionally been hoarding game keys to give away, and you know what? It's fine. It's a girthy list. There's a lot of keys on there, which mostly I've gotten a lot of those with the intention of like, I'll give these away. There's some fun games in there. There's definitely some on that list that I thought about like actually keeping the key and using it, but there's some fun games on there, but I'm like, am I going to play this game right now? No. Am I going to play this game in a really long time? Maybe. Like, there's some fun games on there, but I'm like, do I need to add any more? I did actually go through my Humble and like activated some keys that I had bought like specifically for myself and things like that. So I'm like, okay, let's actually activate those keys on my Steam versus just leaving them in my Humble keys for all of eternity. So each of us a key is a gift for passing 1,000 hours. I mean, that's not an awful idea. How many people are past 1,000? There's like 5, 6 of you, maybe? Yes, it's not in any specific order other than the keys are in the order they show up for me when I like look through my Humble keys. So the way they're in order makes sense for me to be able to easily figure out where the key is, but it's not alphabetical. It's not by like anything. It is purely a list of games. So definitely no rush in picking out a thing. No rush in picking out a thing. Hold on. Now I gotta look. Let's see. Hold on. What's the rank at Antarctica, right? Okay. Now I gotta look. We have... Well, if you don't count me, you don't count the bot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I said 5 or 6, so I wasn't actually far off. There's 7 of you that have over 1,000 hours here, which is bonkers. Which is absolutely bonkers. Honestly, with the amount of things I have, if you all have 1,000 hours and you want to claim a key, I am not gonna object if you would like to do that. Because that's a lot of hours. Here, I actually don't know if... I don't actually really care if this list is just here. It's just a Google Doc. You pick 2? Okay. If you have over 1,000 hours and if you want to pick a game off the list, yes, you can pick a game off the list because that is an absurd amount of hours. And I like that idea. Bella, are you just sitting there staring at the wall? What? Yeah, you're adorable. I forgot the Amnesia one was on there. Like, there's some cool ones on there. So you remember? Yes. Type them in mod chat. I'll pull them, unless if you, like, are wanting to, like, download and immediately play the game right now while I'm streaming. I'll just give out the keys after stream. It was entertaining. I know, it's just like, she's just sitting there. But she's, like, she wasn't facing me. She was facing away. Yeah. No, I don't need your cat hair all over my water bottle. I love you dearly, but I don't need cat hair all over the water bottle. So, yeah. Amnesia Rebirth. Okay. So, yes, if you have over 1,000 hours in the channel, feel free. You may choose a game. Broadway Blind! Dance. Pokemon fucking Wonderland. Can we please get some love and some hype in the chat, please? And thank you. I was like, wait, what is... I immediately started reading because I was intrigued. Probably Blonde, thank you for sticking around for 25 heckin' months with the penguin colony. I super duper appreciate you doing that. Okay, we're ready. 25 years of marriage is called the Silver Wedding Anniversary. Okay, so that... I always thought that was interesting that there's like a theme for every year. Candidates of the United States House of Representatives election must be 25 years or older. The number of points needed to win a set in a volleyball under rally scoring rules is 25. I didn't think about that for volleyball. Well, thank you for the 25 facts. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you're over 25, you can. I think for Senate, you have to be 30, I think is what it is. I can understand why we need, like, age things of, like, hey, you know, it should probably be someone who, you know, is of adult age and, you know, has had maybe a chance to do some college education and things. I also think we need to add in a cap, because why do we have people who should be just retired still working? Like, why is it a thing that people end up like dying while in service because they just keep working until they're literally dead? Like, why is that a thing? I don't know. But anywho, tonight's plan is we are going to play a little bit of ESO. I like the idea of switching to Sims later. We'll see. Today kind of has the Sunday feel to it because I have to go back to work tomorrow. And I don't know what it particularly is, but Sunday night, whether it is actually a Sunday night or not, whatever, the night before having to go back to the work week is always just kind of like, at some point. So we'll see how I'm feeling for Sims, because if we play Sims tonight, Nalani is going to die, and I don't know if I'm prepared for that. well, I don't know if I am prepared for that. Like, I want to play Sims, but I don't know if I'm prepared to deal with a Sim dying, and as soon as she dies, Minty's notification is gonna go off, and I'm not ready for that. So, as much as I want to play Sims tonight, we'll see. We'll see. It could be a good TikTok. It could be. I did go through today and I clipped some stuff from community night that I'm going to turn into TikToks. So I'm trying to be better about that, because apparently no one likes everybody wham wham on TikTok, because my last TikTok has 1 view and it's Talarian looking at my TikTok, I think is probably what it is, because he liked it. So I'm assuming it's him. I think it's like 1 or 2 views. So I'm like, okay. Which is fine, because it's one of those things I haven't consistently posted on there. So I'm just trying to get, at this point, it's just like, okay, I just want to get stuff posted whenever I have it posted, kind of thing. Because TikTok, the thing that I like about TikTok in terms of like algorithm and whatnot is it's really easy to just have fun with TikTok, because you know it's nothing you did wrong if a video doesn't get a lot of views. It is purely just however the algorithm pushes it out there. It's just kind of luck of the draw. Some things go far, some things don't go anywhere. And I'm okay with that. It's just the fun of making the TikToks. So, yeah. Yeah, some things do better than others, yeah. And, you know, especially, like, when you're posting, like, a games and DMs, okay. Especially when you're, like, posting, you know, an indie game kind of thing that, you know, maybe not a lot of people have heard about and stuff like that, because if you look, because I was curious, if you look under the, you know, everybody wham wham tag on TikTok, it's, like, me and Random and the devs are, like, the only ones who have posted TikTok. So it's like, hey, it's kind of cool, though. Just started a new short lifespan legacy, and my founder went through 2 spouses. The first one died A day after they got married, trying to open the new Murphy bed for the first time, and the other one died of old age. Yo, why are Murphy beds like they murder way too many Sims, I feel like. Like, why? I feel like, I know they nerfed it, like, from when they first released the Murphy beds, but I still feel like Sims die to the Murphy beds way too often. Yeah, they were more deadly before, but I still hear, like, so many Sims dying from Murphy beds, but maybe that's just because that's just a silly way for your Sim to die. So the Murphy beds are the ones that they fold up. So like it has like when it's folded up, it has like a little couch area, whatnot. So you can have that floor space. It's from the Tiny Living pack. But what happens is your Sim can be like trying to pull it down or be on it, and the bed will like flip up, and it essentially smushes your Sim and they die. I think it's a little bit more, like, dramatic than that. I think the bed bounces back and forth or something like that. I have personally not had a Sim die to a Murphy bed. So, start a Big Brother and start promoting on TikTok as soon as I know when you're going to start it. Yeah. See, like, I want to do, there's more things I want to do with TikTok. And the thing I know for myself with like social media stuff is I have to set goals for myself that are very generic, because if I get really specific with things and then I don't do it, then I just stop. And I found that, like, not even necessarily even specifically for social media, if I set a general goal of I would like to do this at least once a week or something like that, then it's like it gives me the flexibility of when to do it. And then it's like, well, if I miss 1 week, you just, just post now. Just do it now. Versus like, I need to post every Tuesday something. Like, if I get too specific and if I miss something, then I just go, nope. Which is why, like, when I first got my Fitbit, I got 10K steps every single day that I had my Fitbit on forever. And then I missed 1 day and then I stopped. I just stopped. I went to getting to like 4,000 to 5,000 steps a day. And I can't do those like specific have to do it goals, or then I just stop if I miss 1 day. And that doesn't help. That doesn't help. Yeah. Sims 2 and 3 never had to worry about the Murphy beds killing people. Yeah, like that. I think it's a silly thing that's in the game. Because it is something that can happen, that the bed will bounce back up, but like, it still does kill a lot of Sims. Basically, the bed gets stuck and the Sim tries to pull it down and your Sim gets squished. Okay. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a very much a thing. Is this actually the video of your Sim dying to the Murphy bed? Yeah? Oh, right, because your Sim was just singing, and they're just messing with the Murphy bed. Right. I forgot that you just had, like, the Sim start just, like, coming over and just, like, starts doing push-ups. Oh, I forgot about that. The more you feel overwhelmed trying to manage them. Yeah, like, that's why, like, right now I'm thinking about Twitter and TikTok. And Twitter is easy enough for me to do because, like, I do check Twitter fairly often. So it's like, okay, I just need to actually, like, instead of just thinking about things to tweet or thinking about comments, I need to, like, actually, like, put them on the tweet. Like, I need to actually tweet versus just, like, mentally thinking about the things. TikTok's just fun to do, and it gets me to also go back and look through VODs and things and make clips, and if any of you all make clips, then it's fun to share those things on there too. That I do add captions to stuff. At some point I would think it would be fun to do some more complicated stuff for TikTok in terms of editing and whatnot, but at this point, simple stuff is at least something to put up there. The social media that I've definitely given up on for the moment is Instagram. Because Instagram is not worth it. It's way too much work. Y'all, if you actually look up like what you have to do on Instagram to like get the algorithm to like you, it's essentially a full-time job. Like, Instagram is so picky. It is so picky. Yeah, upgrade the beds ASAP. Yes. Schedule tweets. I always forget that's a thing, that you can like schedule tweets. Never know what to post on Insta. Yeah, I was like, I can post like selfies and stuff on Insta. Like, I think part of it too is I haven't posted on Instagram since it's been almost 2 years. I've not posted. I think the last Instagram post I have is me with the alligator. Because it was like February or something like that before the pandemic. Like, the last time I posted was pre-pandemic. And at that time, I was actually trying to be more consistent on posting on Instagram. But when you're in quarantine, like, what is there to take pictures of and post? Like, and then I just haven't gone back. Modern settings, D&D with the algorithm as a warlock patron? Okay. Yeah, don't leave my house, only wear sweatpants. No one is curious about what I'm eating. Yeah, it's like, Instagram can be fun. I don't even know if I remember the login to the account anymore. I used to have a like fandom-y account that I did on Instagram that was like posting edits and like reposting other people's like edits and different things, and that was fun because essentially like it was just you were taking like screenshots from movies and like editing them with quotes and different stuff over the top, and that was fun to do. But that doesn't necessarily fit the content that I would want for like, you know, a Twitch adjacent, you know, Instagram kind of thing. Monster of the Week, but make it modern times. I don't think I've heard of Monster of the Week. The social media algorithm. Oh, as a warlock patron that gives you your powers, but you must appease it, and it's a fickle patron. See, that could be cool. Okay. That would be really cool. Yeah, and it, you know, depending on which algorithm you would kind of base it off of. Like the Instagram one, if you want to like grow in the Instagram thing, like it's not even just posting. Like, you need to be posting pictures. You also have to be posting like multiple stories a day and so many like of the like the video reels things on your stories multiple times a week, and like that's a lot of stuff to like constantly think about posting. So Monster of the Week is so fun. I've not heard of it. It sounds like it would be fun. Also, I was like, I felt the blanket pull. Bella has decided, I pulled the blanket over my legs, and Bella is being a little loaf by my feet, and she's adorable. Yeah, are you being adorable? Yeah, she's pretty cute. She's pretty cute. Yeah. The thing I was messing with earlier with like tabletop stuff is I think the only thing I don't have ready is icons for the kids for tomorrow, because tomorrow I get to meet with my Dungeons and Dragons group again, and I'm hoping one kid wasn't able to be there last week, so I'm really hoping they can be there this week. We still have like last week was really fun. We got to set up a lot of their character stuff. We still have to go back in and like, you know, fix some things. I need to go in. One kid like went in and gave himself like 1,000,000 gold, so I need to go in and delete that. I'm not really too terribly concerned about it. But you know, we need to do some little things adding in there. they've got like the bulk of their characters done, but like one person's a sorcerer who still needs to pick out their spells, but they have everything else in their character done. So there's still just like some little things, because it's hard when there's, you know, there's 5 kids and I have two different devices that they can work on. So it's like, okay, we gotta share. So tomorrow I'm excited because I'm actually gonna put up Witchcraft and Wizardry on there. I'm just gonna pull up the first episode of it and let them watch that while I'm working with like the one kid to make her character, and like pulling over the other kids to be able to get, you know, the last of their stuff figured out. So it's definitely fun, like having these kids making their characters just like, ooh, that looks cool, oh, that looks like chaos, yes, let's pick that. Like these characters are just 100% impulse decisions from kids, and it's great. They're great. And they're not, it's not like even a horribly unbalanced group really either. Like, we've kind of got a mix of stuff. The only thing we don't really super have is a healer. So I might encourage the one kid who hasn't made a character to be like, hey, we kind of need some heals. If not, I'm just going to be like, everyone gets a health potion. It will be fine. No, I'm going to have them watch Witchcraft and Wizardry. I'm just going to put the first episode on. So because the thing is, they were kind of okay managing themselves last week. But there's a couple of the boys that are like best friends. So they started running around the space a bit. And I'm like, no, I need you need something to occupy your attention. So TikTok has 3 views now. Yay! May have not had something to do with that. Thank you for watching it, Goldie. I thought it was funny. It's a everybody wham wham clip. I just think it's fun. So played it twice as a player for Wes when I did it for Charity Week. One of them, I was an insurance agent with nunchucks, and the other is I was a 90s reality star. And I shot a possessed teen who was about to kill my party. It's okay, shot her in the ankle. Okay, that sounds like chaos. That would be fun. That would be super duper fun. Yeah, no. Definitely not. Definitely not. I feel really bad. I definitely, it's like the universe like hates me a little bit in the fact that I got last week, I don't think I actually talked about this yet. On Friday, I got like majorly guilt tripped for picking my other school for this club, because one of the kids, he actually had a folder with like printed out that he was trying to make a character. He wanted to make a dragon-born sorcerer. He was trying to figure out with the character sheet how to make the character. And then some other kids were talking about it, and they were talking that they wanted to start a little club thing so they could get together and play. And I was like, I just feel really guilty that I picked the other school to do it at. And I'm like, no. So to make myself feel less bad for it, I have it set up that I have the D&D like unlimited thing, so I can make as many characters as I want, which is how I have like the club characters on there, because they're just all under my account, because, you know, they're too young and in terms of access to content can't have their own accounts. So I was like, kid, come, like the kids can like come into the gym during last recess and shoot hoops and whatnot. I was like, come in during last recess, I will help you with your character. And I walked him through and let him make his character on D&D Beyond. So yeah, like honestly, like I would do a club there. I would do a club at my Wednesday, Thursday, Friday school, but now I'm like specifically not going to because the principal's an ass. Like the way he's gone about it and the way he runs stuff in terms of decisions that he's made with like discipline for the students and things like that, I don't want to do a club there, because I have asked him for multiple different things and he has followed through with none of them after me repeatedly asking for updates and things. So as much as like I would love these kids to have clubs, I am not putting up with his bullshit to have a club there when my other principal is like, yeah, go for it. Yeah. She stopped by, the principal stopped by the club last week and she was like, hey, having fun? How's it going? You know, came in, saw we were making characters. So she's like, oh, this is super cool, and was so excited about it. The other principal wouldn't do that. Like, or he would like walk in and try to like take over or something. Like he's I don't know what it is about him that bugs me so much. So yeah, it was like I'm not gonna put in the extra spoons of energy to do a club at that school. But I'm not standing. I'm not. I'll tuck Bella in into blanket. I'll stand up. I'll make you happy, bud. He's very much he very much, I don't even know how to say it. He has his opinions about how he thinks things should be handled, and like assumes that you're gonna agree with it, like to the point that he doesn't even question like some choices he's made. And that's the thing that throws me off a bit with him. I would say Magicka. A lot of the warden abilities are Magicka, so I would say magic. Makes him question whether I like him or not. Yeah, he's like, he's not like a bad guy or anything. He just, yeah, I don't know. Stam warden, and it was amazing. Okay. Jessica breaking all the rules. You could definitely do stamina if you wanted to. The abilities I've used on warden have mainly been Magicka. They have stamina morphs. Okay. I think mine is, because my tank just has all Magicka stuff a lot of the time. Like, there's a few that are stamina. Hybrid might honestly be a good way to go. Honestly, whatever you want to do is going to end up working. And that's the thing that I still think is cool about ESO. It's like, you know what? You can kind of just do what you want. Actually have a stamina character for once. You could. You definitely could. Yeah, tonight we're going to jump in. Actually, since we're talking ESO, maybe we should just jump in. We're going to do dailies and things. I haven't logged in yet today. And then we have, I don't even remember where we left off in the Deadlands. I know I'll remember once we get in there, but I don't remember what we were working on. We were doing something in terms of Deadlands questing is what I remember. A list of sim skills that could be competition based. Like ones you could do like competitions with. You could definitely do one with painting. Like you could do a painting one. You could definitely do cooking. I don't know how well it would work, but you could maybe do like a knitting one or something like that. Oh, hi, Bella. Bella is now standing on my armrest and pawing at my back, being like, why'd you stand up? Why are you not paying attention to me? Hi, honey. You're adorable. Did that go so well? Oh, no. There's a lot of lore stuff. There's definitely a lot of lore stuff to talk about. Well, especially like if you're going from the beginning and talking like Adra and things like that. Like you could go way back and get into all of the you can go back and get into all of the things and whatnot. Riri redeeming some cat treats. Yeah? She just went like, what? Yeah. Hi, Riri. Thank you for the bits. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. DPS is usually more like medium armor. My main character is fully medium armor. I did finally swap her out of her Christmas colors purely just because there was an endeavor to update an outfit. I was like, fine, I'll swap out her Christmas colors. All right, there you go, Bella. And I'll shake this. I took the lid off already, so shaking carefully to see if Ella wants to come over. Just rambling, it was terrible. Oh no. Doing okay and having fun with severe sinus pain pressure issues over a week. That doesn't sound super fun. That doesn't sound super fun at all. Ella must be asleep because she didn't come on over. Honestly, I'm thinking about, like, I don't think this is the way I had the colors set up before. This was, like, the colors that I had saved from her. But I don't think this is actually... I think I had the white for the fur still on. I couldn't remember, and I didn't go back and look at screenshots. I might change this up a bit. I still like the purple on her. But now that I've had, like, the red and green on for a bit, I'm like, I've had this color on her for a while. I think it's time to change it up again. Like, I still like the outfit itself. Like, I don't necessarily want to change the actual outfit, but I think I might swap the colors up. Bella, that's not a toy. No, that is not a toy. Cats. Oh my goodness. Ooh, we could. We could do something for Valentine's Day. Does anybody else forget that Valentine's Day is a thing a lot of the time, or is that just me? I also need to decide, I think we looked at her last stream, the last time I streamed ESO, but I did end up buying Lyrinth, and I haven't decided which house I want to put her in yet, but I do have her. Yeah, when does the next event start? I forget. I want to say the 20th. There's like what is it? It's Vardenfell, Somerset, and Clockwork, I think is what it is. This Thursday. Okay. Ooh, someone's attacking this boss, so I'm gonna help out because they're definitely dying a lot. Why is Miri not out? Why is Miri not out? I had her out when I logged off. Why is she not out right now? It's fine. They're taking the aggro. At least they know to dodge that. Good. So that means I can stab them in the butt and we'll burn this pretty quickly. Yeah. Cool. Because why not? Chocolate sale Eve. I mean, yeah. Did I put any I do have, like, I put was it Azabi and Bazez. I did put, like, the banker and the merchant in a couple of the houses. But I haven't. Oh, I have Serene's in in the Snow Globe house. But I just, like, I feel like Lyrinth needs a house that, like, I guess maybe that could be something I put in the house that we got from the event, like the Deadlands house. Oh. Maybe I did? I could have sworn that because I basically, I killed this as the group boss thing yesterday, and then I logged off. I could have sworn I left Miri out, but maybe I sold some stuff to Facez or something first, and then I didn't pull her back out. That's probably what I did. Yeah. Me and Tillarian did like fancy Valentine's Day, like for our very first Valentine's Day. And then after that, it's like, okay, yep. Like, Valentine's Day is fine and all, but also, it's definitely not one that it's like, you know, I'm more excited about the chocolate and things going on sale than anything else. It's like, we could like go out on a dinner date and do whatever whenever we want to. I feel like, I know this is not true for like every single couple out there, but I feel like the ones who like really go all out for Valentine's Day are the couples that aren't ones that necessarily do the best together all the time, like outside of Valentine's Day. Like, I feel like sometimes it's like a, we're saving this relationship by having a really like nice dinner and getting dressed up and doing Valentine's Day. No, that is not always the case, but sometimes it feels like that's the case for some people. Change out of sweatpants. Yeah, that's why we just like we'll do like movie date night thing, but we'll do it here. Like last night we watched Encanto. Is it Encanto? Encanto. I forget which way they said it. Either way, we watched that movie last night and it was really fun. I can definitely see why so many of my students are loving it. Just because the population of my school, a lot of them definitely can identify with a lot of the things in that movie. So it was really fun to watch. And the music is awesome, but it's Lin-Manuel Miranda, so duh, of course it's awesome. It's so good. That is true. Yeah, so they can social media everyone. Yeah. Like I feel like a lot of Valentine's Day things is just like, this is for social media and this is, which is, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I just feel like that's, you know, it's not something that I find myself wanting or needing. So it's like, okay, I like that it's like we can just be chill with it. So I saw you booped me with a message, but then I proceeded to click on the way shrine before reading it. So I'll look at it momentarily. I saw it pop up and then I was like, dang it, I already was clicking on the way shrine. It's fine. Yeah, I was like, what'd you link me? Nope, I have those collected. Thanks for checking though. How, you were working on collecting a set, weren't you? Did you make more progress on that? Because I need to go back to, I did some decent progress with Auradon just from doing the weekly. Oh, which actually it's Monday. We need to check the new weeklies. I'm 39 out of 66, so. For likes and clicks, yeah, for sure, yeah. It's like how 4th of July is a competition of who can spend the most on fireworks, yeah. The Auradon set, okay. Y'all, Bella must have rubbed against the mic. I'm seeing how much cat hair is flinging off of it. It's fine. Okay, I was checking endeavors. I can remember what I was doing 2 seconds ago. Hey, apparently one of the things is kill group bosses. So apparently I already got progress towards that. So kill 20 group bosses, kill 125 beasts. I wish they were a bit more clear on what counts as a beast. Complete 6 battleground matches. Honestly, I'll probably go for the group bosses. 41 of 66? Nice. Okay, so you're like 2 ahead of me then. Because I was at 39. Also, for anyone who did not see it in the ESO channel, I am caught up on my surveys. I think there might be 1 or 2 hiding in some of my other characters' inventory, but every single survey that was in the bank or on my main character has been completed. It took me, like, this is what I did while we were watching movies on Saturday. So in case any of you weren't hanging out, we watched movies in Discord on Saturday and Critical Role stuff. And I essentially, like, did surveys for like 5 hours during that process. Because I was like, I'm mainly paying attention to the movie anyway. Might as well do these. What you were going to do, I know. It's just like, what was I doing? Who are we? Why are we here? Animals, tigers. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Would you like to take a survey? No, because I did so many. Some of those, I had 9 copies of the same survey. And of course it was like the really annoying one that it's like the rock on the island. So you had to like swim through the water to get far enough away for the thing to respawn. And then you had to swim back. I had like 9 of those. It was really dumb. It was really dumb. I'm like, why? Why do I have 9 of these? More than I had before. Oh no. See, the thing was, it definitely could have been a lot more of them. But I've been like doing surveys anytime there's been an endeavor for like collect things. I would go do a survey for it and then I would do like a couple more to like keep it down. But I wasn't ever like catching up. So like map wise, I had maybe like 5 that were in the Altmurray Dominion zone that were like new ones that I had just gotten that week from like Ritz and things. But most of them I had in Daggerfall because I had cleared out all of these other areas except, and then I would make it to like Rothgar. And Rothgar, I literally had one. Oh, there's another one. That one is probably one I just got from doing Ritz. I had like a survey for like every single survey spot that spawns in Rothgar. So that took a while. Ooh. That would definitely be quicker to get to places. All right, let's see. What do we got for dailies? Kill 10 foes with weapon abilities, kill 5 giants, cut 5 logs of wood. The game's mocking me at this point. I do have a survey I could do. But game, really? You do them all once a week? Yeah, that would be a better way to do it. I did keep some of the treasure maps. One, because a couple of the ones for Blackwood, like I don't know if I need to update the add-on or what it is, but they like weren't showing up on the map. So I didn't know where they were and I wasn't going to spend time figuring it out based on the actual just thing the game gives you. And I like to keep a couple of them because sometimes like there's endeavors for like open a chest or use a treasure map to do a chest. Like there's, you know, those endeavors pop up fairly often. So it's like, I'll hang on to those for those. Apparently, I also have a Blackwood survey. Apparently, I got multiple surveys today. Because it's either that or I got them yesterday. Because I haven't done, that was Saturday. So it was either today's Ritz or yesterday's Ritz. Because I still need to get back. I would like to get back to doing Ritz on more than just my main character. Because I've really only been playing on my main character. That I've been logging on to them to do, you know, dailies and things like that. But I haven't been logging on to anybody else. And I would like to get back to using my other characters and doing more Ritz. Just because I want to get more into housing. And I want to be able to have, you know, money to buy housing things. Or if I want to get different motifs and things. And yes, I know I have about 5 million gold. But that can burn very, very quickly on housing. So I would like to be, you know, proactively saving up for that. I've logged onto my crafting character semi-recently. Because the last time I logged on to them, I turned one of Jessica's characters into a werewolf. So, which that should be off a cooldown now. So if anyone else had a desire to turn into a werewolf, my werewolf fight should be up. have a survey, but we won't do it. We're gonna do the thing. 8 million to do one house. It's a lot. That is a lot of gold. It's a lot of gold, but there's a lot of really cool things that you can get in this game. I didn't actually buy anything from the luxury furnisher this week because there's just like, I don't know, this week's furnishing items at the thing was just like, do you want dead animals to hang on your walls? And I'm like, not really. It was just like dead animals to hang on things, which one of them was like very much like a here's a thing to hang in the kitchen kind of thing because it's like the animal that's waiting to be cooked. Like, I get it, but I was just like, no, I'm good. The Bantam Guar wedding? That sounds adorable. That sounds adorable. All right. So we did a survey. Unless if anybody else wants to go do that with me, I cannot solo the patrolling horrors in Imperial City. I have tried, and I cannot due to how much, like, damage they do to me, and also other people coming and attacking me instead of the horror. So I'm probably not gonna do that one. Put your staff. GG. First try. In Cold Harbor? Huh, okay. Never done it, but willing to help. It's essentially... It's essentially like each area of the Imperial City has a, like, they say patrolling horror. So it's a boss that walks around the zone. They have 2 million some odd health, and they like to have mechanics, and they take a second to whack down. So I'm Alt Mary Dominion. So if anyone wants to do that, we could, but also, like, every time I've gone to try to find a horror, I can never find one that's actually up, and then find one that I can actually try to kill. You can help? Okay. Imperial City stuff with me? Okay. Should we try it? Do we want to go for it? Why not? Hi, Spider. It's good to see you. Goldie, no. We are not. I'll go do AD1. Okay, I will... I'm going to no CP Imperial City. Logged on now? Okay, here. Actually, I don't know if we can group up. I'll have to add you to the group once I've entered, because it's already loading me in. It kind of is. That is not what I said. Horror with an H. Like, they're scary. Rawr. All right. Bo, I know you're doing other things, but I'm inviting you to group anyway if you want to join.
No loans here. I find soldiers in war zones to be poor risks.
Sparkles, are you speaking from experience? All right, I'm putting, and the other thing to note, if you have any of the blue currency that I'm blanking on what it's called right now, put it in your bank, because if you die in Imperial City, you're gonna lose some of that currency. So make sure you put that in the bank. Thank you for the quotes. Automatic banking those stones is okay. I need that add-on because that sounds wonderful. You know, the other thing I haven't done yet. The other thing I haven't done yet is there's a way to make Lazy Writ Crafter delete my mail. And I don't know how to make it do that. Go to settings. Oh, add-on settings. Lazy Writ Crafter. I'm assuming it's a thing in here. Time savers.
I sell to the nobility.
Wait, that got auto-modded for that? Huh, okay. Let's see. Take a while to set up. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a challenge because you gotta have like the whole everything set up for what you're gonna do with it. I do volunteer my sim self as a contestant for the Big Brother. She is on the gallery if you want to save her. All right. Hit handling.
Only the finest wares here.
You will. Okay. Why am I not seeing? Yeah, it was like, if it's a lazy root crafter thing, I'm not seeing it. It might be it might just be that it's actually a different add-on.
Fine goods at fair prices.
Maybe you can always ask. If not, it could be fun to use like aloe or justice or something like that. Would also be kind of fun. Yeah, I'm not seeing in there, so I'll work with that later. Okay. I don't know. Did I do the thing? We good? I'm inviting Jessica. Hello. Last thing under time saver. Aha. Okay. Loot and delete. Yes. There we go. Okay. Cool. Because I had to clear them all out yesterday. Magical. Wonderful. Glorious. I love it. I know. It's like it's probably in here and I'm just not seeing it. Because I know it can loot the mail. Ah, that is so magical. Now I don't have to delete it. Magic. Magic. Okay. I will never remember which ones are here. Let's see if we can find the one in Temple District. That one is not a pain in the butt to be... I went the wrong way. That one's not a pain in the butt to, like, get back to home base if we care about trying not to die. Temple is this one? Yeah, I remembered. Cool. Look at me having a memory. Like, you log off ESO for spamming? Okay. Normally it won't be, like, it's not going to be any more than, like, 5 if I check it daily. Because that's just the, like, I have the hirelings bring me crafting supply things. So, good to know, though. Had a terrible experience. If it glitches and does weird stuff, I'll just turn it off. But I'm also lazy, so... I'm not necessarily going to specifically do this quest, but I'm going to pick it up if we're going to be here. Because we're looking to see if the patrolling horror is around here. It is. It spawned. It is here. Cool. That is the first time I've actually wandered into a district and actually immediately been able to find the patrolling horror. Okay. We ready to attack a thing? Because he's got 2.5 million health, and I believe this one likes fire, if I remember correctly. Or like spawning something. He spawns something.
Yes, I see.
He spawns things. Because I tried to solo him at some point. That's what he does. He spawns those things. Yeah, that's why I couldn't solo this one. Because he's got too much health, and those things hurt. He spawns zombie things and spikes. So, it makes it a little bit of a pain. The thing that's nice, though... Oh, I need to actually swap that ability out. I still have the wrong ability in that slot. The nice thing is you should be able to revive yourself because you can do that in Imperial City as long as it's not a player that killed you. If a player killed you, then you have to, like... Then you have to actually pick a respawn point. Ah, don't die.
Just what you hope to accomplish here.
Oh. Ow. That hurts. My dude, that hurts. Ow. Ow. Zombies, go away. Okay. This is fine. Hiya! 37%. We're doing great. We're doing great, squad. So many zombies. Go away, zombies. Yeah. Go away, zombies. No more zombies. Bad zombos. Hiya. Hiya. No, I stab you. I stab you a lot. No! No, there's a... Screw you, Daggerfall. Stay here, stay here, stay here. Don't go anywhere, stay here. Let him kill it. We still get credit. Is he not gonna kill it? He's just gonna run away. What an ass. What an absolute ass. Like, come on, dude. Are you that desperate for PvP kills that you can't, like, let us defeat the boss? This is why I don't do PvP. It's because of the, like, I get it's PvP thing, but, like, engage in it, like, if you're actively, like, going after the same thing and you want to beat them to it. Like, running around and just killing people while they're doing other shit is not fun. He killed it? Cool. Alright, what do we got? Hey, we actually have control of something. That's shocking. I do really like Imperial City.
Gods, what a mess. What a frightful
It didn't count, because... And this is why I was like, well, I kind of want to do it, but also we're going to get ganked by some Daggerfall asshole. Fine. That's the thing that it's like, I do really like Imperial City. It's just... It's a pain sometimes. Because, like, I just want to do the thing. And then someone's just like, no, I've decided that I'm going to kill you so you don't get to do the thing you were innocently doing in the world. Yeah, I mean... It is very interesting to see that, like, it's not consistently one, I forgot that that's a thing. It is interesting to see that, why do those count as doors? It's interesting to see that it's not consistently one alliance that is kind of the assholes of each one. Like, for the most part, as far as I can tell, for PCNA, it's Daggerfall. I can't even see the body.
Hurry now. Release me.
Dang. Okay. Never mind. AD? See, like, I wouldn't believe that for PC because AD doesn't do PvP, which is why we never, like, the fact that we have something under control in Imperial City, like, is bizarre. Normally when I come in here, it's all blue. Does a lot? Okay. Because, like, that's, like, from my point of view, like, I know I am Alt-Mary Dominion, but, like, the people I have played with and seen in Alt-Mary Dominion are so far been nice. We haven't ganked people, and usually we don't have anything in our control in terms of, like, owning any areas. So... Your map in Cyrodiil, is that PCNA, though, Jessica? I'm saying, like, specifically PCNA. If you log into PvP areas, they're mostly blue. Depends on the time of day. Okay. I do log in later at night. So, just for the shiggles of this. Yeah, I'm gonna go do the other dailies and not this one. Oh, stop stunning me. Dang it. Being stunned and being on the not right bar is annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna release. I'm just gonna go back to base. I'm gonna go do the other ones. Thank you all for helping me try to do the thing. We almost did the thing, but I'm gonna go back to base. We almost did the thing. I'm okay with that. I'm not wanting to just keep trying that when I have other options for things. Like, I do really, like, if I'm gonna do PvP, I'm gonna do it in Imperial City. Because I definitely like Imperial City better than doing Cyrodiil. A lot of which actually has to do just with the fact that Imperial City is smaller, so it's easier to get around in. I also just like the PvE stuff in Imperial City. Like, Cyrodiil has PvE stuff, but it's so, like, the area is so big, everything's so spread out that Imperial City is easier to just be, like, wandering and, you know, find a thing to do. Like, I wish we had PvE versions of Imperial City and Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil, I don't think would make as much sense as a PvE area, but Imperial City, I think, could also work as a PvE area. I mean, it has its own quest line. There's a quest line you can do there. There's also, like, daily quest. Like, it very well could be a PvE area. I think it would be really cool if they could do that. I don't know if that's something that they will ever do, just because, you know, people already engage in PvP very little as it is. There are people who play this game for PvP, but they are they're not a big group of people compared to the size of the people who play this for the PvE content. Which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. You know, if you focus on PvE stuff, you are gonna have strong PvE. If you focus on PvP, I don't know if I can actually say that the other way. I feel like if you focus on PvP, even if you do, it still just turns out unbalanced and not great either way. I mean, you all have seen DVD. All the AD showed up? Of course they did. Of course they did after I left. This is why I don't even try. But you got the banner? Okay, so basically that means, so if you take over the banner, that means that just like that part of the city is under the Alt-Mary Dominion's control. And it basically just counts as a respawn point. You have to be in control of one of the areas to respawn there. And if you're not in control of anywhere, it just respawns you right back at the base in the sewers. You got alliance points, GG. That is the one thing I don't like it about Imperial City. That is the only way to get, like, alliance points, is if you capture that flag. Like, there's nothing else in Imperial City that I've found that gives you alliance points. Whereas doing more miscellaneous things and doing little side quests and PvE quests in Cyrodiil give you alliance points. Got the skill line. Nice. Okay, what are my other options? Cut 5 logs of wood, kill 5 giants. I think we'll just keep some eyes out for some wood. What was the... I had one in Rothgar. Oh, it's an enchanter. Okay. I don't think I've ended up with any other surveys yet, have I? I hope not. I have treasure maps. No, I just have treasure maps. Okay. Well, okay, yeah, but am I actually killing people in PvP? You think I'm successful with my super squishy character who doesn't have a PvP build? I need to get her a PvP build because she be squishy. She be very squishy. She is very squishy, and her build is not suited for PvP. What's the other way? Like, killing other people is gonna do it. Getting the flags, but what else? Like, if you do, like, a PvE, like, little quest at, like, Cropsford or something in Cyrodiil, that still gives you alliance points. If you go back, you have to go back to the base, and then one of the doors is an exit. So, if you're still above ground, you need to find, like, the sewer grate to be able to go back down into the sewers. Which is why I picked Temple District, because Temple District is above the area that is closer to the Altmary Dominion base. Well, I guess that is true. There is the daily rewards to logging in. Yeah, that's probably what I need to do. Is I need to just be, like, super stealth, like, Nightblade, stabby stab build. Because I know that would work. Like, that would definitely work. I just need to actually set that up. I pushed apparently 2 buttons at the same time. Okay, I'm not actually going to do that quest, so I'm just going to go ahead and abandon it. Which one? Weapon. Oh, yeah. I used to use that one way back in the day. I haven't used it in forever. Yeah, that one definitely hurts. It's like Crystal Frags. Yeah. And I don't even have it morphed. Receive the words. That is true. I should just go to Cyrodiil more often just to be a part of a campaign so that it will give me points. Because I mean, I've done like a chunk of PvP. Like I'm a corporal grade 1, so like I've done PvP that, like, you know, this is, I want to say it's like the 4th like named rank. I don't remember. I haven't looked at it in a while. But, like, I've done enough that I've earned some, like, alliance points on her. But I haven't consistently done the thing. The poison one? That sounds right. That sounds like it would be right. PvP dailies? Hey, it's better than never. Alright, let's see. Where were we at Deadlands? Because we finished the story. We finished, like, the main story of the area. I think all we had was... Wasn't there? Oh, right, because we finished the main story, but we had the epilogue. That's where we left off. Okay. I was like, we still had something we were doing, though. We haven't done the epilogue. But we finished, quote, the Deadlands story. So let's go to Fargrave. Yes, getting level 1 for campaigning gets you 50 transmute shards. Yeah. So if you're needing the shards, it's definitely a good way to do it. I have too many. Honestly, I really wish I could just give away my transmute shards because there's so many that, like, I have the geodes just sitting in my bank because I can't even open them because it's full. I could do the giants. I'm gonna see if we just find some, like, wood to, you know, chop whatnot along our questing. If not, I'm just gonna go to Skyrim and kill giants. I know, I could make, well, that's the thing though, is, well, I guess I could make something level 50 for my, like, Argonian. She's one that doesn't have, like, she has a, I made her a, she has, like, level 10 gear on. She's not very high level. She's, like, 17 or 18 or something like that. Because I'm leveling her just through questing. Because I thought it'd be fun to level her up like I leveled my main character of, like, just specifically doing questing. Because my main character did a few dungeons before they hit 50, but I, like, specifically didn't participate fully in an Undaunted event because I didn't want to level up that quickly because I was like, no, I'm determined to do at least part of the main story before I hit 50. Because I wanted to at least start it because there's, you know, I fell down the wormhole of Vardenfell before I did main story. I could do her, but everyone else already kind of has their gear set stuff. The only other things, like, I don't have is stuff like I don't have in Sticker Book. Because, well, I guess there's other Sork builds I could probably get. There's other Sork stuff I could probably reconstruct. Because I made something. I don't remember what I made. I made a set of something. And then I was able to open a few more geodes, and I still have more in my inventory. Okay, sounds good, Broadway Blonde. I'm gonna go ahead and boop out of this group too here. Because I think... there it goes. I think we're gonna do... We've got some side quest things we picked up. Y'all, this is why I like to quest more often in ESO. Because I find, like, what's it been since we've actually quested? Like, we haven't actually quested in ESO on stream in what feels like forever. I know it probably hasn't been that long. But it feels like it's been absolutely forever. Well, I mean, I'm doing questing, so I think I want to jump into the epilogue stuff, though, because I'm really wanting to know about the 4th ambition. So if anyone's not wanting to know epilogue stuff, I totally understand, but I think we're going to jump into this. Hi, Chris. Welcome on in. On a scale of 1 to 11, how would you rate ESO? It's definitely not a perfect game, but it is one of my favorite games. It has some things that can be fixed, but it definitely has less issues than New World. So... I mean, if we're going out of 11, I would say, like, an 8 or a 9? Maybe a 10? I don't know. Like, it is definitely, like, one of my favorite games to play. It has a lot of really amazing story content in it. But if you're going at it from, like, an overall game of, like, taking into account all the parts of it, the PvP is not great. But if you don't care about PvP, this game could easily be a 10 or 11. If you don't care about PvP, and if you're just in it for story and PvE content, like, great game. Does have some bugs, but also it has less bugs than New World. If you've played New World, it has lots of issues and bugs and visual bugs that make it even hard for people who normally don't have issues with blinky lights to play the game. So, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the iceberg. It's good to have you here. Yeah, PvP, yeah. If you don't care about PvP, this game is great. If you're wanting to play this game for PvP, go pick a different game. Because the PvP is... I feel like Battlegrounds aren't awful, but the PvP is not super great, and it's also pretty dead. There's not a lot of people who do it. Very meta with this green theme with my characters being name related to green stuff. Yes. Not in a good spot. Yeah, it's not in a good spot. Like, it's not when it's active and things and not buggy, like it's okay. Like, I definitely don't think it's like a bad setup for PvP. It's not the strongest part of this game though. Like, I feel like even when there's a bunch of people playing it and it's not buggy, the PvP is still not the strongest part of this game. What they plan on doing this year? I don't think I saw that one. Food was delivered? Okay. Awesome. I shall nom that when I go on a break. I know there's people that love PvP, but from my point of view, as someone who mainly plays the PvE, and I have played part of the PvE, and I have done PvP and, like, been in a group and run around in Cyrodiil. Like, I've participated in the PvP before. The PvP is not the strongest part of this game. Not fight, exactly. I get that, Bo. That is what I said for me. Now, either you get that, or you're gonna go away. That is what I said. In my opinion, the PvP is not as strong as the rest of the stuff in this game. Yes, that is my actual mom, in case anyone doesn't know. We are gonna jump into doing some of the epilogue of this story. So for anyone who doesn't want spoilers of end of the year long story stuff, this is your warning. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the iceberg. It's good to have you here. Bashful characters that lack optimization equals me playing any game. That seems about right. That seems about right. I definitely like trying to have, like, some optimization, but also I haven't, like, kept up with anything in terms of builds because of things, and I like the build she has currently, so it's like, is it optimized anymore? No. I definitely went through the, like, I'm going to optimize because I want to do endgame content, but if you're not trying to make it, like, if you're not trying to make a character be able to participate in trials, then, like, you do whatever you want. If you're trying to do trials and stuff, then you kind of need to pay attention to, like, some things of, like, you need to be able to, if you're doing DPS, you need to pull some damage, or if you're a healer, you need to have some heal abilities equipped, kind of thing. So, the netcode this year for ESO in hopes to fix in-game trials and PvP? Okay. I'm always just excited to see what they come up with, because I haven't been looking at stuff, because I think I get it that they're probably doing it at this time because it's during their workday, but I'm gonna have to remember to leave my computer on Thursday, because I believe it's this Thursday they're doing, like, the whole, like, watch the stream and get a pet, and I'm like, you're doing it, like, in the middle of, like, the workday, like, it's at, like, noon or something my time. So it's like, watch the stream and get a pet, and they're, like, announcing stuff for next year, and I'm like, I can't watch the stream, I will be at work. Like, it's even, I think it's even because it's like it's 3 p.m. Eastern. Like I get it. They're doing it during their workday time and everything. I get it. But like, I would like to be able to watch the stream, or like I wish, like I get that they're trying to get people to show up to the stream. I get that they're doing the pet during the live stream. But like for people who work during the day, it's so not fair that we can't watch the stream. Is it next week? Okay. It's definitely coming up and I need to actually mark it on my calendar. They lose all the data. Uh-oh. Yes, they're doing, like, I don't know what it is this time. There's a pet of some sort, which they usually do every year for, like, their, like, this is the announcement stream for, like, our next year of stuff kind of thing. Also, Bella came back to say hi. It's a crab. Okay, I was like, I remember looking at it at some point, and then I didn't actually log in my brain which thing it was. All right. I was just looking at the settings, and I'm realizing I must have purposely set this to 69, and I don't remember doing that. Also, why isn't this 69? This should be 69, because why not? Okay. Did I actually read this? I don't think I actually did. All right. Lyrinth thinks we need to find the fourth ambition and gather up Sombrim and Kali before Mehru's Dagon goes after them and launches his next plot to conquer Nirn. She has once again asked me to help her. Since Evely's search didn't turn up anything new and Lyrinth hasn't figured out where to go to find Sombrin and Kali, she wants me to meet her at the House of Whims so we can investigate the anchorites' memories next. Okay, so essentially we're trying to find the fourth ambition. So the story in Blackwood was based around the ambitions, and we ended up finding 3 of them, but we never found the 4th.
Anchorite, Mehru's Dagon was particularly interested in you at Ardent Hope. We must examine your memories.
So you're the Anchorite, huh? Neat mask.
Thanks. I like your bow, too.
Let us begin. Mortal, use the memory vessel to capture fragments of the Anchorite's recollections as the ritual progresses.
Okay. Wait, like player characters that they would like lose data about our characters? That would definitely suck. It would definitely suck a lot. No loss of player data, yeah. Bella, no. You don't get to climb on the desk. No. You don't. I know. You just try to do it to get my attention, and it works. And for some reason I let it because you're just too cute. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk to the Anchorite.
I know I agreed to take part in this ritual, but now I'm not so sure. Since my memories all came flooding back to me, I haven't been able to make sense of a fraction of them. I'm not sure what Madam Wim will find, or if it will actually help.
Yeah, since 2014. Yeah, that would suck. That would absolutely suck. I know okay, do you want me to call off the ritual?
No, not at all. I just doubt we're going to turn up anything useful. I got 20 years of memories restored in a few seconds. It may take more than a single ritual to sift through them all. Besides, there may not be any that can actually help us.
Your father was a Longhouse Emperor, and your mother a high-ranking cultist. There must be something.
Maybe. So far, though, I've had no luck making sense of all the memories. They still feel like they belong to somebody else, you know? Hey, have you noticed that Lyrinth is more serious than usual? A little more scary? Probably nothing, right?
It's fine. Probably nothing. Maybe. We still need to find out how Mehru's Dagon knows you and why he's interested in you.
Yeah. Strange doesn't even begin to cover how I felt when he addressed me directly at Ardent Hope. Well, go ahead and grab the memory vessel and let's get this started. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some answers after all.
Okay. If anyone's done this, I don't want this confirmed. Like, this is just my suspicion. I'm wondering if she's the fourth ambition. It would not surprise me if she's the fourth ambition. Considering Mayrose Dagon knows who she is. It wouldn't shock me if it was her.
Use the vessel to collect the memory fragments when they appear.
Okay.
I will use the Anchorite's amulet as a focus.
Ooh.
Is this supposed to hurt?
There, a memory fragment. Take it.
She
Okay.
is my blood. The legacy of the Longhouse Emperors flows through her veins.
Keep going. We're close.
Lyrinth is
Another
just
memory fragment. Take it before it disperses.
Lyrinth is just like ominously walking around the
You are
circle.
true, nothing more. Fulfill your purpose, or you will be discarded.
No, please, make it stop!
You're hurting her! Stop! Stop this now!
Foolish mortals. You try my patience.
I'm wondering if she's an ambition. Fine, battle. Rotate, making more, yeah. Yeah, definitely, that makes sense. Okay, Lyrinth, why are you so grumpy?
The Wood Elf had no right to stop the ritual. It was not her decision to make. Without any other lead, the Anchorite's memories were our best chance to determine Mayrune Dagon's plans. Now we have nothing.
We still have the memory vessel. Maybe Madam Wim can make sense of the memories we gathered.
You seek to quell my anger by suggesting we may still salvage something from this debacle. Very well. Show the memory vessel to Madam Wim. Let her tell us what it contains before I take my leave.
Leave? Where are you going?
We have no clue as to how to find the last ambition. The ritual was halted before it could fully sort the Anchorite's memories. Only one other avenue remains open: Sombrin and Kalia. The likelihood that I can locate them is slim, but I must try.
Is something else bothering you, Lyrinth?
Do I seem tense? Well, you and Evely seem oddly calm for creatures whose very plane of existence is under threat. Do you enjoy it here in Fargrave? Shall this sandpit be your sanctuary once Mayrune Dagon conquers your world? Go. Deal with Wim.
Okay. I mean, I guess we're maybe a little too chill, but she seems a little stressed over it. Like, considering, like, it hasn't necessarily changed. Like, the rum was still a threat earlier. Why is she more worried about it now? Rightfully nervous, yeah.
The Anchorite's memories are too scattered, unfocused. She has not yet come to grips with the fact that these newly restored memories belong to her. Let me see the memory vessel. Perhaps we were able to gather something useful after all.
Here's the memory vessel.
Ah, this is a very early memory. The Anchorite as a babe, hearing her father's voice. I can use this, yes.
What about the second fragment?
Another early memory, but this time her father's voice is cold, commanding. These fragments vibrate with emotional veracity, a signature of sorts. I can use that to scry the location of the Longhouse Emperor, or, more accurately, his soul.
Why do we care where the soul of the Longhouse Emperor is?
If you find the Emperor, you can talk to him. Get the information you need, directly from Morakar himself. I sense he is imprisoned in the Deadlands, in the Brandfire Reformatory. Take the Anchorite's amulet. It will lead you to the Emperor's soul.
How will the amulet lead us to Emperor Morakar's soul?
As I understand it, the amulet was a gift from father to daughter. Its connection to Morakar is strong. Use it in the reformatory and it will lead you to him. However, what state his soul will be in after decades of torture, I do not know.
Okay, then. I didn't even know he was still alive. Didn't have guild trailers anymore. Oh, no.
It's my amulet and my memories, so I'm going with you.
Fair
Very
enough.
well. Take the anchorite and explore this memory. See where it leads. Meanwhile, I will begin the hunt for Sombren and Kalia.
You shouldn't go alone, Lyrinth. I'll join you.
How distrustful, Evely. Fine. Mortal, we will find you when we have word.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, yeah, traders. Yeah. Yeah, I've never really decided to bother with the guild trading and whatnot. Like, I'll buy things from guild traders occasionally, but I haven't had, like, enough stuff for it to be, like, worth, like, the time to, like, find a guild that has a trader and trade things. And, you know, usually those guilds have, like, you need to do this much every week and what. No, not all of them, but there's quite a few that have, like, you need to do this and that to stay in the guild. No. Not worth the time. I have not come to a point where that's worth the time to do that, to have things to sell, which it can be worth it because then you can get your hands on some pretty cool stuff and whatnot, but I have not reached the point yet of doing that. I might at some point. Look for the ones for no requirements. Yeah. Like, if I could join one that had no requirements, I would be, like, I'd be okay with joining one, but it's not something that is, like, a high priority with stuff that I'm working on in the game right now. I'm, like, working on, like, sticker book things and still questing and, you know, achievement things. Like, it's not something I'm actively working on.
Beck, you were there to stop Alexandra Cannell from capturing the Coral Heart.
Leaving ones. Yeah, it's like I get the requirements for things, like, because, you know, if you're trying to keep a guild trader and you gotta have the gold to do, like, I get it. It makes sense, but, like, I am not currently spending the time to do that. Like, it's definitely, like, if you're gonna take the time to do the thing, it's definitely cool. Which of these circles am I going to? There. Okay, we're going to the Delve. Got it. I was like, there's multiple circles of quest spots on the map. Which one am I going to? This one. Okay. Guess we'll go that way, Shrine? Not picked a look for my new character. I'm realizing I need more gold. The time to do some moving around. There is gold in the guild bank, Broadway Blonde, if you want to take some from there. Why did the music just get so dramatically loud? Oh my goodness. I love it, but also that was very loud all of a sudden. 1 million gold for bidding per week. Holy moly. Yeah, if you're in need of gold, there is gold in the guild bank. That's what it's there for. Yeah, there's gold there. And if there's not, let me know and I can definitely toss some more in there. I have not checked on it in a second. It's still fun just running around in the Deadlands. It's like, it's cool to be running around in a zone that's, you know, not in Nern. Hello, Ash Titan. I'm going to attack you because I can. I need to swap that skill back out for what it's supposed to be. Because it doesn't help when I randomly cloak. Hey, apparently, guess what? I did the other daily thing. Cool, that works. I need this to not be this ability. I need it to be this one. There we go. $500K on a guild trader once? Okay. Log out of your main. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, because I put 100K in there semi-recently, but I have not checked on it in a bit. Like, I haven't checked on how much gold is in there since, like, pre-New Life Festival. So, it's been a second. I didn't realize there was these little things running around. Okay. Ooh.
Psst, don't just stand there, Scampfoot. Hide!
Okay, this definitely seems like this quest is going to go into this area. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, she's probably the Delve quest. Because we're going to go into the Delve. Yeah, let's pick up the Delve quest and do that at the same time.
Get down! Don't let those entrail suckers take you too!
Who are you hiding from?
You really don't know anything about where you are, do you? That's the Brandfire Reformatory. Nothing good happens there. The Order of the Waking Flame cult takes people inside and they don't leave again. It makes this one's fur stand on end.
Do you know what the cult's doing in the Brandfire Reformatory?
No. This one just saw the cultist force her sister Pebiha inside.
Uh-oh.
If Tufe could fight, those kin-cursed cultists would be hanging above a lava flow by their ears. Tufe cannot help Pebiha now. Oh, would you look for her? Tufe can pay.
I'll search the Brandfire Reformatory for Ibiha, I think is how she said it.
Pebiha's harebrained adventures have gotten her into trouble in the past. But being kidnapped to the Brandfire Reformatory? If Pebiha is unharmed, this one may just maim her herself. Please, find out what has happened to her.
What if you don't use your putback? Sounds good, Broadway Blonde. Floating words? Oh, essential house tools. Okay. Yeah, it was like, it's probably something with add-ons then. Let's just ask her about these things. Why not? What is the Brandfire Reformatory?
Word of this place came to Fargrave, our home, from the mouths of merchants. They say it's a maze where those the Waking Flame finds unworthy are left to rot. Pebiha used to laugh about that.
Oh no. Why did Pebiha laugh about the Brandfire Reformatory?
Because this one sister, despite her lack of self-preservation, is a fairly logical person. She said that no cult or Daedra would let their prisoners be wasted like that. They'd be sacrificed at the very least. Now the cult has Pebiha.
Do you have any idea what goes on inside the reformatory?
No, none of the merchants know what happens inside. Anyone taken inside isn't seen again. All Tufe knows is that the prisoners disappear inside the reformatory, and she only sees cultists leave.
Alright, we definitely already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Who are the Order of the Waking Flame?
You've been wandering out here, and you haven't run into them yet? They're everywhere! The Waking Flame is Mehrunes' newest mortal cult. They appeared in Fargrave a short while ago, and already have a surprising amount of members.
What are they trying to accomplish?
That is something Tufe does not know. But since they follow Mehrunes, this one is sure that whatever those sand-eating beetle feeders are up to, it will bring pain and suffering to the rest of us.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the cult?
It might be a trick of the heat, but Tufe thinks she sees the faces of prisoners on the cultists who walk out. If this one's eyesight is true, then what goes on in the reformatory makes her feel like beetles are crawling through her fur.
What did Pebiha get kidnapped? Or how did Pebiha get kidnapped by the Waking Flame?
Pebiha tries everything at least once, especially if she knows it's a bad idea. When Mehrunes' cult gained power in Fargrave, Pebiha was curious about them. She went to one of the cult's meetings with a friend. They never came home.
Are you sure your sister didn't join the cult?
You think this one didn't ask her the same thing when PB had told her where she was going? PB has scoffed, said that she didn't have anything to fear or gain from Mehrunes. Then she called the fire cat a kitten and laughed. She laughed.
If your sister never came home, how do you know she's here?
Because this one followed her. She hoped to convince her flame-fried sister not to do anything stupid. But the cult moved quickly. Pibiha was shoved through a portal out of Fargrave, and there wasn't time to think. Tufe had to jump through too.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so that's the Delve quest. We're still going in here as well for the epilogue, though. So... Ooh. Precise edition on base game? Okay. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna swap back to Sid. I appreciate the bot yelling at me to stand, but also I want to sit. I stood for a little bit, so it counts.
I hope you're watching.
That is a lot of fire. Alright, hold on. Alright. We're gonna collect things, because why not? Because why not? It's not like I need the resources. Y'all, when I finished the surveys and I refined stuff, I had enough of the, what is it, the pewter or the whatever you get from the jewelry mine seams, that I refined it and it gave me like 20 something chromium like grains. It gave me 20 or 21 chromium grains from it, from how much I refined, which is a lot for anyone who does not know that, but that is like enough to make 2 plates worth of the material you need to upgrade jewelry to gold level. So
Madam Wim said the amulet would guide us to Emperor Morikar's soul. Go ahead and use it.
okay. I know, that's the thing too. It's like, you know what, we can sit because it will yell at me again. It will be a bit before it yells at me again, but it will yell at me again. Okay, Anchorite, you have to move so I can push the button. She keeps moving to where I need to push the button. There we go.
Wisp, let's follow it.
Okay, it looks like we're gonna do the main story thing first, because that's what we're following. We're just gonna do the thing.
How many souls are trapped in this place?
We might have to come back for the side quest stuff. But we're just gonna ignore them and keep following the wisp because we can. Just why not?
I guess this is a fight now.
No, we're just gonna keep going. I think it's funny that the quest marker is actually like going in circles around it. Hey, Miri killed something. She got experience points all by herself. All right. Let me look at the map real quick. Is this is probably, that's the, let's just do, there it is. Okay. Was that one already in our inventory? Because it says I found a letter. Okay, so that's essentially 2 different quest starters became 1 to lead me here. Okay, we'll do that one next. I was gonna say, it doesn't look like one got added to my inventory of quests.
That looks like some sort of forge. I wonder if it still works.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it does. All right. From the journal of Devastator Kashi, the ineffable forge. Mayru's Dagon smelts his war machines here. It's a place that smells of fire, brimstone, and agony. This forge is cold, but it still echoes with the memory of the great flames that once burned here. Lord Dagon's power reverberates through these walls. His essence hums beneath the stone. I wish to unlock the secrets of this place. The Forge Master seems long gone, and there is no kind of instruction on how these great tools worked. So I must piece it together myself if I am to learn anything. I will record my findings in this journal. There are small objects spread about in disarray. I believe they are lucents, but I do not know their purpose. They are mostly inert, though it seems like they were once withering with power. Scattered around this place are various discharged lambrums with deep impressions in them. I have read a great deal about how these discharged lambrums are integral to Daedric wards. It looks like the lucents might fit inside them. Could that be how they are imbued with power? The furnace itself needs energy to run. Quite a good amount of it, too. Could the lucents be the key? I must endeavor to find out.
Free us mortals now.
Oh.
Did you hear that?
Hi, Dank. Welcome on in. How's it going? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the iceberg. It's good to have you here. Oop. Hydrate! They should be fine, Bo. They should be fine. The last thing that we realized that was like out of place was like the actual like box of the capture card had fallen off the back of the desk. So it was just like hanging, so it would bonk the wall a bit when it would go up and down. But it was just that it was hanging off. It was fine. Wonderland. Can we please get some love and some hype in the chat? What the butts? Dank Beamster, welcome on into the Penguin Colony. Thank you for that tier 1 sub. Enjoy those penguin emotes and your puddle sub badge there. I hope you like them as much as we do. Welcome on in. You just got here. What the butts? Hi.
The furnace door is sealed tight. Why would my amulet lead us here?
Open the door. Your Emperor commands it.
Oh.
The same voice from my memory. Emperor Morikar. There's a discharge labrum there. We need to find and charge some lucents.
Okay, sounds good. Also, is he stuck in just this little tiny room? Oh, no. That doesn't sound fun. Okay. You know me, there's optional dialogue, you know we're gonna listen to it.
I think we can open the furnace door by using lucents. I want to see what's inside. See if that voice really belongs to Emperor Morikar. It certainly sounded like the voice from my memory. Let's find some lucents and figure out how this works.
Remind me about using the lucents.
You need to find some lucents, preferably charged ones. Otherwise, you need a dynamis font to charge them. Then place a charged lucent in the correct discharge labrum to release the energy and make something happen.
Right, okay. So this is basically... This is kind of just a, like, if you don't actually understand and remember what you're doing with them. But there's a couple other points in the story where we've done this. But I'm still going to finish talking to her. And what do you think will happen?
In this case, I think it will ignite the furnace and open the door. That's my best guess, anyway.
Guess we'll find out. Because we've done this a couple of different times where we've like had to charge up the lucents and then put them in the proper place. I appreciate that they put that in there though. So if it's been a bit, because it has actually been a bit since we've done the main part of the Deadlands story. We're now in the epilogue. So it's been a second.
The door opened.
Hey.
All I see is a chunk of slag.
I think those are bodies in there.
Release us. Obey your emperor.
I was gonna say.
Before you try anything else, let's talk.
Those are, like, it said specifically that we were gonna find his soul. That doesn't mean we're gonna find anything more of him. Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. The voice came out of that chunk of slag. And it sounds just like Emperor Morikar's voice from my memory. He wants us to free him.
We came.
Do you think we should?
Oh, we came here to find the souls of the Longhouse Emperors. Any thoughts on how to set them free?
You've seen this place. It's all about torture. I think they fused the souls of the Emperors into that chunk of metal. Seems like a fitting punishment for anyone who incurred Mehrunes Dagon's wrath. But we need to free them to talk to them.
Any idea on how we accomplish that?
We need to ignite the furnace to melt the slag. I spotted 2 more discharge labrums. If we take that charge loosened and stick it in one, that might get us halfway there. We'll need to find a second lucent, though.
Let's go.
There are 2 other discharge labrums. If we can find another lucent, we might be able to ignite the furnace.
Okay. Okay, Dank, sounds good. Enjoy your emotes. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take this one because we're gonna specifically use it to light the forge.
Look,
now.
Up there, a lucent. Place the charge lucent in that discharge labrum by the wall.
Okay. Oh, because this is the portal one. Got it. I see. I get you. I get what you're talking about.
Font. Let's charge that lucent.
Is the over here down below? No, it's up here.
That worked. The lucent is charged.
Cool.
Now place it in one of the discharge labrums.
Sounds good. Okay, so we'll put that one over here and then we'll have to grab the other one. Because we don't need that portal anymore. We need it there.
The furnace ignited. Good job.
3, 2, 1. Why does it say the... Okay. What? Why did we need a timer?
Who must we thank for our freedom?
Yay! Okay. Okay, there's Emperor Morikar. We have to talk to him, but we're definitely talking to the other ones too. Even though it's optional.
I still taste the blood of my enemies, those I crushed beneath my heel. This prison is an insult. I am a conqueror, a god in my own right. My teeth have shred the flesh of hundreds, thousands. I demand the respect I deserve.
Were you going into combat and fighting with your teeth? What? Who are you?
Has the mortal world already forgotten the name of Dirkarach, the Black Drake, first of the Longhouse Emperors? The plan was mine. Mine! The blood of the Reach sings with fury in my veins. How dare Mehrunes Dagon betray my legacy?
No, cocky much? Like, okay. I mean, you know, he's the first of his line, whatever. He's gonna be a little proud of that. Like, that's reasonable. But also, I guess he does also have a right to be upset, because he kind of just did get stuck inside of a piece of metal in a dead forge for who the heck knows how long. Considering he's the first one and there's 3 here, he's probably been in there for a while. So I can't blame him for being upset. Alright, Mehrunes Dagon is my enemy. Tell me about this plan of yours.
Lies. You have the tongue of a liar, and I will rip it from your mouth. I will not be swayed by your words. I won't let you betray me. The power promised by the Pact He's mine by right. You cannot have it. Away with you.
Okay. I'll go talk to the next guy.
This is not freedom. No, simply a respite from the darkness. I remember the traitors at my gates, the blade of the usurper slicing through my flesh. But I hid them away. I did my best to fulfill the bargain.
I was gonna say, we've read about Emperor Leovic. They're putting on the gold back? Okay. Honestly, I forget that outfit tokens are a thing. And every time I change my outfit, I forget that I have them and that I can use them because I definitely have a couple of them. Oh, I was gonna change her outfit to be Valentine's Day colors. Once we're done in this area, maybe we'll go do that. Go away. Oh no, Turtle. Hi, Turtle. It's good to see you. How's it going? Same, yeah. It's like I always forget. Like, I definitely have at least one, if not more. I don't remember how many I have, but I always forget that I have them because it defaults to gold when you pick your outfit to, like, you know, pay for the outfit swap. It's fine. All right. Who are you?
I am Leovic, last of the Longhouse Emperors. But who are you? You have the stink of the traitorous Varen about you. That snake. I knew he was coming. I knew I had to take action. Preserve the plan. Keep the secret. Salvage the contingency.
I wonder, I had wondered if Varen was going to be brought up in this. All right, tell me about this plan. Which, I'm guessing if you haven't done main story, that probably has different dialogue. Would be my guess. ESO chat and Discord, hold on. I gotta look now. Hold on. I need to see. I gotta see the thing. Oh, Discord, are you gonna move? Ooh, I like it. Is that feathers? Okay, that's cool looking. And also, that green's really pretty. I like it. See, I need to mess around with some of the outfit stuff more because I haven't, like, I made that outfit for my main character, like, quite a long time ago. And I have definitely collected a lot more, like, style things since then. All right, tell me about this plan.
It started with my grandfather, but it was my father who passed the responsibility to me. It was all part of the bargain the Black Drake made with Mehrunes Dagon. We would prepare the 4 ambitions, and in return, our family would rule forever.
So what happened?
I took action. I moved the ambitions to new vaults, safe vaults. But before I could do more, the usurper murdered me. And how did Mehrunes Dagon reward me? By locking me away in a block of metal. And the secret of the Longhouse Emperors died with me.
All right, now we talk to the guy we're supposed to talk to. Messed around with the armor pieces. Honestly, it's really fun to mess around with, like, making the combinations of the armor pieces. I need to do that for the rest of my characters. Like, I don't dislike having them in costumes, but I like that you can, like, this character is, this is like different armor pieces, like, put together and things like that. I like that you can personalize it a bit more than you can do, like, with a costume. I've honestly considered buying her an outfit token just so I can give her a different outfit, but just $15 for one outfit slot on one character is too much. Too much. Why is that much? Dungeon queue ready. Now you sit and play on your phone for 20 minutes. Fair enough.
An eternity of agony. This was not what the Prince of Destruction promised. I did everything the Black Drake commanded. Everything the High Priest instructed. And I gave precise orders to my son. So why the torture? And why is the weapon here?
Emperor Morikar, I need to ask you about your daughter.
Daughter? You mean the weapon? Why have you brought her here? You cannot let her fall into the hands of Mehrunes Dagon. He reneged on his promise to us. I see no reason to keep our part of the bargain now.
Weapon? What are you talking about?
You did not know? The girl is one of the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. But she's not like the other 3. Oh, no. I made a few modifications of my own to the High Priest's ritual. She is not just an ambition. She is my contingency.
Y'all, didn't I say that she's probably the 4th ambition? Didn't I say that earlier? I said that earlier. But, oh, what did he do? Contingency?
An emperor never relies on a single strategy. We were promised power if we delivered the ambitions at the appointed time. But Daedric princes are not to be trusted. So I prepared Maraid as a weapon that could deal with Dagon, should the need arise.
Okay. Hi, Greenie. It's good to see you. How's it going? Deal with Mehrunes Dagon? How?
My daughter, the 4th ambition. She's the key. Along with the other ambitions, she can call forth the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon. That was my contingency. In case the Prince of Destruction lied, and we needed to send him back to the Deadlands.
Okay. Is this true? Is the Anchorite really the 4th ambition?
The Anchorite? Is that what you call Maraid? Use her and the ambitions. Bring my vengeance to the prince who betrayed us. Go to the Isle of Joys, a retreat not far from here. All the details are there. Someone comes. My ambitions.
The other ambitions? Where?
I'm an ambition? One of those people Lyrinth was talking about?
Why are you bringing them?
How is that possible?
We are not property or playthings, Morikar.
Sombrin, no.
You are what we created you to be.
You wanted a weapon? Then taste my power.
Sombrim.
Oh, Sombrin. Why?
Sombrim, can you control your anger for 2 seconds?
Friend. We better talk.
Also, Lyrinth, why did you bring them here? I have so many questions. Why? Why are we convening here? Why aren't we reconvening back at Madam Wim's? That would be much safer. Be much safer. You love Final Fantasy glamour? Honestly, once they make it so you can buy Final Fantasy, like, again, I'm probably gonna pick it up. Because I really want to jump into it and start playing it, and I think I can, like, you know, in terms of different games, I think I can handle going back and forth between doing them, and I want to play it. I want to play Final Fantasy, but I can't because I'm not, like, they literally have it so you can't buy the game right now. So it has a dancer. I need to play Final Fantasy. The thing is, like, I know I'm gonna like the game. Like, I've watched people play Final Fantasy for quite some time, actually. Because, why do I keep blanking on Heal Me Harry's new username? It's been this way for like a year now, and I keep, Hoopo. I used to watch him play Final Fantasy all the time, and I've watched a bunch of other people play it too, and it's just fun. It just looks fun. Get it to level 60. Okay. Might play that tonight. Final Fantasy looks really fun, and I definitely, like, I'm so bad at remembering usernames right now. Our Plant Army friend that we raided that was playing Final Fantasy the other day. I'm completely blanking on usernames right now, but they were like at a concert in the game, and it was like, that's cool. Yeah, Final Fantasy, it just looks fun. Like, ESO is really fun, but Final Fantasy has some stuff that ESO doesn't that I think would also be really fun to check out. Seems like white/black mage is popular. Okay. I just think it'd also be, like, I think the thing with Final Fantasy too is, like, ESO is, it looks really cool. It's a really gorgeous game. It is definitely, you know, RPG, you know, style looking, whatnot. But it's also fun to have something like Final Fantasy where visually the characters all look so different. Like, the characters look different in ESO, but the only thing, there's, you know, the height difference between, like, characters and stuff. Like, my Khajiit's pretty short. Like, this is pretty, like, her height bar is almost as short as she can get. And, you know, like, high elves are pretty tall, but that's still not a huge difference. And in Final Fantasy, you have, like, all the different races of shapes and sizes and different things. And I think that's really fun. Ooh, you can kind of a summoner, which is DPS, or a scholar, which is a healer. Okay. And you get a little pet. See, sold. Sold. Like, that was one of the things that I liked about, like, the little bit of WoW that I did play, was, like, I liked the pet collecting, that you could do that, like, as something in the game. Because ESO, like, you know, you can collect, I'm on the wrong tab. That's why. You can collect a lot of pets in the game, but, you know, there's some for achievements, but some of them are, you know, event things that you have to collect that way. There's not a lot of ones that you can just get by playing the game. Like, there's achievement ones, but it's not like you can go out and, like, find a pet if you want to get a pet. It's, like, very specific achievements, and some of them are event based and things like that. It was from potato to giraffe. Yeah. Chocobos. Yeah, they're cute. Giant chickens you ride into battle. Yeah, they're super cute. Like, I think it would be fun to play. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it. I don't know if Final Fantasy would be one that I would stream. It might just be something that I do as, like, we maybe chill in Discord, or something that I play off stream. I mean, if it's something you would all be interested in seeing me stream, I could do that too. But I also know we have so many other games that we already play on stream. I don't know if we can fit in another one. Yours is named Nacho. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, we're gonna do our optional dialogues first, because, you know, I love a good optional dialogue.
I didn't think Sombrin was going to do something so dramatic. You have to forgive him. He's been very intense lately.
What do you mean intense?
I'm not sure how else to describe it. When we first arrived in the Deadlands, he insisted he could help me control my powers, that I could practice without fear of hurting anyone. But lately he's been different. Almost desperate.
What do you mean desperate?
He spends most of his time reading that strange book, searching desperately for answers. He's obsessed with our power, trying so hard to understand it. But the more frustrated he gets, the more he pulls away. And now, this. I'm worried about him.
What was that about a strange book? Oh, what happened to Evely's book? I don't actually remember.
You must remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that
Evely
Evely's?
gave him,
Yeah.
Aaron called it the Mysterium Xarxis. He's become obsessed with it. He's sure the answer to controlling our powers hides somewhere among its pages, and he pores over them at every opportunity.
Okay, I'd forgotten that Evely gave him the book. You think the book is affecting him the way it bothered Evely?
Not in the same way. I don't think he's having dreams or anything. Sombrin's always been passionate, but since Destron died, his rage has been growing, and the frustration and desperation makes that rage harder, sharper. And what he just did.
Have you talked to Sombrin about any of this?
I've tried, but he wants to protect me. He doesn't want to burden me with the weight he's carrying. I think he needs to work this out for himself. I just hope he can do that soon, before he lets that rage and frustration destroy him.
Oh. We do Discord while the community in the game is very hush-hush on spoilers. A lot of people will come in saying, wait till you get to this expansion or just skip through Realm Reborn. Yeah, because I've heard, like, with stuff that, like, there's... I think it's, like, the beginning stuff you kind of do. Like, it's very much like once you get past a certain point of stuff, like, things get better story-wise or something like that. So... yeah, it could be fun to stream it. It's just... I don't... like, we could definitely make it work, but also, like, we don't get to, like, the games that we used to have in regular rotation even, so to add something else in, like, we definitely can. Yeah, okay. We definitely can. I am open to the idea. But it definitely is, you know, a game without an end, and we definitely have a lot of games without an end that we already play or try to play on a regular basis. So... for reference, that would be, we have ESO, we like to play DBD, we like to play Sims. We haven't got to play Stardew in I don't know how many months now. We haven't played, I just started playing Planet Zoo off stream again this last week, and that's been really fun. I hadn't opened the game since May, so we haven't streamed it in a very long time. Sparkles, what are you watching? What? I'm assuming you're watching some National Geographic something that's on Disney Plus. That is my guess.
I almost decided not to accompany Lyrinth, but now I'm glad she insisted. How else would I have gotten the opportunity to punish the Longhouse Emperors for what they did to us? Finding the last ambition? That's just a welcome surprise.
Why did you destroy the souls of the Emperors? We could have learned more from them.
I have no interest in more of their lies, and neither should you. I gave the Longhouse Emperors exactly what they wanted. My power. Besides, they'll reform in this place eventually. I just couldn't allow them to corrupt the last ambition.
What do you mean, corrupt her?
Those men were evil when they were alive. Do you think an existence of torture in the Deadlands would change that? The last ambition needs to learn from Kalia and me. I sense that same power inside her that courses through us. We belong together.
Which I guess, knowing that she's the fourth ambition, makes sense why she was able to use powers to break the contraption things. That makes sense that she has powers and the ability to do that. Her being the ambition. Betty White goes wild? Okay. For another 9 months? Honestly, the only reason we haven't played Stardew is it just hasn't fit in the timeline of, like, other games that I was already planning to play and wanted to play that week and things. It just... so I want to play Stardew. And we're going to talk about it for a little while until it actually fits back into the rotation. But I really would like to play more Stardew. Also, if y'all have not Googled Betty White today, like, go to Google and just type in Betty White, and it does a little cool animation thing, and it's really sweet. If you haven't seen it yet, go Google Betty White. Alright. Emperor Mordekar suggested there was a way to defeat Mehru's Dagon using the ambitions.
A fantasy. We can't hope to stand against the Prince of Destruction. Look, I've learned a lot since last we spoke. Too much to explain, and too little that you would understand. It's time for the ambitions to take our destiny in our own hands.
Okay, dude. You could be open to other ideas. Okay, we'll talk to the anchorite first.
That man, Sombrin. He seems familiar. But why did he destroy the Emperors? There was so much more I wanted to ask, especially of Mordekar. I can't quite bring myself to call him father. But What Morikawa said. Is it true? Am I an ambition?
That seems to be the case. Maybe you should talk to Sombrim and Kalia about this.
Maybe. But familiar or not, they're still strangers. We came here for answers. And while I learned something, it feels like all I got was more questions.
Emperor Morikar said it was possible to use the ambitions to defeat Mehru's Dagon.
Right. Morikawa said the answers were waiting at the Isle of Joys. I have no idea where that might be. Look, your friend Everly wants to talk to you, and I need a moment to think this through. But don't worry, I'm with you to the end. I promise.
Okay. Okay. Now we'll actually talk to Everly. It hasn't been 9 months yet. I know. We'll talk about it, and we'll get back to it eventually. I know, because we could have done more things, but I was really hoping that I would have been up to streaming on Saturday. But, like, considering, like, part way through one of the movies, I was like, no, I feel icky. I need to lay down for a second. It's like, it was good that I didn't stream. Definitely good that I didn't stream. I wish I could have, though.
I am not all right with what just happened. Lyrinth and I managed to find Sombrin and Kalia. We convinced them to come with us. But I had no idea he was going to explode those poor ghosts. Did I hear correctly? The Anchorite is the lost ambition?
That's what Emperor Morikar's spirit told us.
That's just... Did you have any idea? Well, I guess that makes it easy enough. Now we know where all the ambitions are. Did you learn anything else before Sombrin blasted them into non-existence?
Morikar said the Emperors had a contingency plan. We can learn about it on the Isle of Joys.
Wait a moment. I know that name.
Okay.
Remember Lyrinth had me comb through the Longhouse Emperor's documents? That name was listed as one of their hunting retreats. But I couldn't find any other information. Do you know where it is?
Okay. Morikar said it was a retreat located not too far from the Brandfire Reformatory.
That's why the map didn't make sense. It wasn't a map of Tamriel. It's the Deadlands.
Ah.
All right, my friend. Let's go see what we can find at the Isle of Joys. Mehru's Dagon could move against us at any moment.
Okay. Headstream. I don't think that would work too well, considering they're not in the same room. Eddie Flight, yes. I actually did think about playing Pokemon today, because I opened Pokemon earlier to make sure that I did the online thing and whatnot to get the egg and the outfit. And I was like, well, now I kind of want to play Pokemon. But I was like, we haven't quested an ESO, and I really want to quest an ESO. So we're doing ESO because it's like, no, we haven't done forever, and I want to know what happens next. Squishmallow stream where it just squishes in your chair. I mean, we could do that. We could do that. We could just rotate the Squishmallows. We could do that. Actually, I should, like, rotate. I've been meaning to rotate the ones that are sitting in here, because these ones have had a turn for a while. And for anyone who doesn't know, I do own a totally average normal amount of Squishmallows for a person to own. Totally normal amount. All right, let's go to the Isle of Joys.
You're one of us, Anchorite, and ambition. Do you know what that means?
I don't know a lot of things, it seems.
I can answer your questions. Come with us to a place meant only for ambitions. I'll show you.
No. We need to stay together.
I'm sorry, Lyrinth. I need to do this.
Damn it. That was a mistake that may cost us dearly.
This is fine. So, my memory is blanking. We lost one of the ambitions, didn't we? Because we only have 3 of them. One of them actually ended up being sacrificed. Why am I not remembering who the other one is? Because we have 3. Like, who was the other one? It's been so long since we actually quested in Blackwood. My brain's drawing a blank. No, it's not, Sparkles. Totally not. I have a normal amount of squishmallows for a person who likes squishmallows. No, not addicted or hoarding squishmallows at all. No, not at all. Not at all. Totally not.
If I were the anchorite, I'd want answers too. I still have a bad feeling about this, though. Something about Sombrin was off. I don't remember him being so quick to anger back in Blackwood.
Do you think we should go after them?
As much as I want to, no. Someone has to investigate the Isle of Joys. We should stick together and take care of that. The anchorite, though, she'll be all right, right?
The anchorite can handle herself.
Good to hear. I barely know her, so I wasn't sure. Besides, Callia's with them. She'll keep Sombrin from doing anything too crazy, I'm sure. We just have to trust that the anchorite knows what she's doing. Everything will be fine. Now let's go!
Press X to doubt. Okay, at some point I need to bring all of the squishmallows into this room so you all could see all the squishmallows. At some point I need to do that because not all of them are in here. Not all of them are in here. Not by a little bit, so. Have a bedroom just for squishies. I mean, that's what this room is supposed to be, but they're definitely not all in here at the moment. I used a couple of the bookcases at the rental, and that's where I kept a lot of them on there. I think I might do that in here. I want to get I need some kind of shelving something for it, because that one, they were kind of just sitting on top of each other, so they ended up kind of just getting squished, which is fine, but then they were just kind of all squished down because of weight. So yeah, I need to do that because there's a lot of squish. There's a lot of squish. There's a lot of squish. At some point I need to bring them like all in here. We could just have a giant pile of squish sitting behind me. We could do that. I'm just thinking at some point I'll figure it out. At some point I'll figure out where all of them are going to go. Which, any of you miss seeing the latest addition to the collection? You have to see her because she's a freaking penguin princess and I love her and she's adorable and she's got a little crown and she has little fuzzy wings. She's adorable. Okay. Anywho. Why does it still have a question mark thing over Evely?
I'll meet you at the Isle of Joys. We can explore it.
Okay. I don't know why it still has a marker over her head when we talk to her.
Mortals. Always so unpredictable. As annoying as that is, perhaps that's what keeps me so interested. You and Evely head to the Isle of Joys. See what you can find there. I will follow the anchorite. I want to keep an eye on Sombrin.
Do you know this place Sombrin was talking about?
No, and his erratic behavior worries me. Mortal minds were not meant to read the Mysterium, Xarxes. I'm wary about him separating the anchorite from us as well. We're going to need her once you determine the nature of this contingency plan.
You seemed pretty angry when the anchorite decided to go with Sombrin and Callia.
My reaction is irrelevant. The anchorite recently had her memories returned to her and has yet to make sense of them all. Now she discovers she's also an ambition of Mehrunes Dagon, and a tool of a father she didn't know. I understand her motivations.
How will you follow them?
Have you not realized after all this time that I have my ways, little mortal? I found Sombrin and Callia once. I can do so again. In the meantime, you and Evely should search the Isle of Joys. We must discover this plan that Emperor Morikar spoke of.
Okay. Okay, where... That's outside of here, right? Yeah, we're gonna finish. We have the delve quest in here that we're gonna finish that first before we would like completely leave the delve. But yes, sometimes you just need a giant pile of squishmallows, and they're very huggable and they're very comfy, and if you want to, you can use them as a pillow, and they're very squishy. They make very good pillows. Okay. Okay, so we're just investigating the 4 areas. Okay. We did actually get the last one of these, right?
Until I met you.
No, we still actually have... We still actually need to do another one of those. Okay. We need to keep an eye out for some giants or something. We should just go to Skyrim and kill some giants. Okay, so we got a whip, apparently. Let's just go out and around. We'll go out and around this way. Sure, why not? You know what? We'll kill some stuff along the way. Hey, why does that have to hit me? Ow! Where are you coming from? There we go. Okay. Okay. It's like, we'll kill some stuff along the way, because I am still trying to level up Miri. Totally not. Totally not. Alright. We're gonna go out and around.
Alright, don't cry for mummy.
And we're gonna do the thing. I'm not gonna try for the sky shard at the moment. Oh, whoa, hello. I will come back later and get the sky shards, because if it's anything like the Blackwood stuff, it's gonna take us a second to figure out how to get to them.
I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
And I want to be able to do... Oh, I was gonna swap the outfit. We're gonna swap the outfit and we need to kill some giants. But I think then we're gonna swap over and maybe play a little bit of Sims. Because unfortunately, tonight is a work night, so it's already almost 8 my time. Which kind of sucks, because that means we have less time than I would like to play more games. Alright, can I click on the thing? No, it's because the scamp is still attacking me. I was like, why can't I click on the thing? That is still attacking me. Okay. Here we go. Paige decided to go on an adventure today through the neighborhood. Luckily, she didn't get far and she wasn't gone long. She was next door chilling. Oh no. I know, whenever, like, when Missy, the dog we had when I was growing up, when she would get out, she would just, like, sprint. Like, she would just, like, run away. Like, I know, like, we would be very careful making sure she stayed in the backyard, but if she got out, she would, like, sprint. And I have memories. Oh, why is everything freezing? Oh, is that just ESO or is everything freezing? Can you all still hear and see me? Because ESO just froze on me. I think that's just ESO crashing. It's fine. ESO said no. Okay. Cool. I was just like, oh no, because I couldn't tell. It was like, because I guess this was still moving in OBS, but it's like, oh, everything just froze. It's fine. Because your boss's boss invited a bunch of managers to a 10 a.m. meeting tomorrow. Today? Oh, goodness. Yes, definitely get some sleep.